Now that the U.S. government has a full shutdown in play, how will that impact both the economy and the mortgage and real estate industry? Well, first of all, it's unfortunate that the government shut down here, and it's unclear how long this will go on for, but it does seem that the two sides are very far apart. So it could be prolonged, and the longer it goes, well, the worst impact it can have. The CBO estimates that you're going to have up to 750,000 furloughed employees, and private government contracts may not get paid. And the data that we receive from the BLS, from the BEA, from the census, that includes reports like initial claims, the jobs report, the consumer price index, the Fed's favorite measure of inflation, personal consumption expenditures, they will all be delayed depending on how long this goes. And the latest jobs report, well, that wasn't reported, which makes the ADP report the de facto jobs report and even more important. And as far as the impact on the economy, the last shutdown was a partial shutdown. This is a full government shutdown, and the last full one we had was back in 2013, and it lasted 16 days. So what was the impact on the economy? Well, the CBO estimated that it caused a drop of 0.6% in annualized GDP, or growth in the U.S., and it cost us 120,000 jobs. Now, none of those things are good, but if you're in mortgage and real estate, the silver lining there is both of those items would be good for lower rates. And how about the impact directly on the mortgage industry? Because with the government shutdown, your VA and FHA loans, they could be delayed. The USDA, and this is a fluid situation, but I'm hearing stories that they're completely pausing originations. And the IRS could be delayed as well because they're going to be hamstrung. And boy, if your customer needs something from the IRS in order to close, well, that could be delayed too. And here's a big one that some people aren't thinking about. FEMA, who is in charge of a lot of the flood insurance across the entire country, and that's going to mainly impact areas like Louisiana, Florida, Hawaii, but also other areas as well. They're going to pay out claims, but they're not going to issue new policies. And boy, they do policies for about 1,400 homes per day. Now, there is an alternative in a lot of cases where you can use a private company like Neptune, so you may still be able to get transactions closed. But the government shutdown, not a good thing for our economy, can cause a lot of delays and issues the longer it goes on. So let's hope we can get to a resolution in short order.